Let's go to the phone right now and bring in Patrick Doney. He is the sports anchor and reporter for NBC5 in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Two big stories out of Dallas today. One of them, Patrick, if you don't mind, if we start with football, but Greg Hardy's suspension. The new Dallas Cowboy knocked down from 10 games to 4 games. I would imagine there's a parade in the street for Dallas Cowboys fans right now?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's Texas, so we're always good with starting football here in Dallas-Fort Worth. That's no problem. You know, yeah, it's a huge deal here. The suspension was expected to be reduced, but how about the offseason that Jerry Jones has had when you consider the fact that the Cowboys landed essentially 3 first-round talents in the draft by their first-round pick, Byron Jones, their second-round pick, Randy Gregory, was expected to be a first-round pick. They signed Lyle Collins, the guy who from LSU who was expected to be a top 15 pick. And now they get Greg Hardy's suspension knocked down from 10 to 4 games. So it's been a pretty nice couple of months for Jerry Jones and the Cowboys here. From a team that was already pretty good, they added a lot of talent to it.
Well, speaking of that, Patrick, before we get into the basketball, I'm sure that's why we called you initially, but do you think, based on what you've just talked about and based on Tony Romo and based on everything else that we've seen, that the Dallas Cowboys can be legitimately mentioned in the conversation as an NFC title contender?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, last year they were one controversial call with Des Bryant making the catch, not making the catch, whatever you want to call it, in Lambeau Field from being in the NFC Championship game. And like I said, the talent they've added in the offseason, not to mention maybe their best player on defense, Sean Lee, missed the entire season last year. He's been out running around. He looks great, so he's going to be back for this season. I know Rolando McClain's going to miss a couple games because of a suspension too. But look, they think that they are Super Bowl contenders. Their offensive line is throwing around, Jerry Jones is too, the term greatest of all time. I mean, let's slow down a little bit on that. But at the same time, they're expecting to be very good. And so I don't see why not. I think they're in that category with the Seahawks, with the Packers, as far as the best teams in the NFC.
Wow. Even without a featured
When you go to
running
buy a car, what do you really want? You probably want a lot of cars to choose from. And you want the dealership's best price. Not some starting price or target price, the best price. And you want it immediately, not after hours of negotiating. And you want a salesperson who doesn't get paid more if you spend more. Because, well, you don't want to spend more. Well, you're in luck. John Elway wants all of those things too. Better yet, John Elway wants you to have all of those things too. Come see us or click on johnelwaychevrolet.com.